Hello everyone and welcome back inside the UCCU ballpark for our third of 4 games today. It's the 15th seeded Westlake Thunder taking on the 7th seeded American Fork Cavemen. My name is JT. We're so excited to be with you on the call. We're just about to get set to get first pitch underway here at Utah Valley University. First for American Fork in the field, it will be Joshua Rojas at the catcher spot, Riley Robinson at first, Davin Paco at second, Cooper Jones at short, Gavin Schoonover at third, Dawson Adamson at left field, CJ Escalo in center field, and Isaac Murdoch in right field. Batting for the Thunder, leading off, is going to be Boston Draculich. Jensen Smith will bat second, followed by Drew Smith. Sage Strayer will bat fourth. Drew Savage batting in the fifth spot, followed by Mason Hartle. Riken Daniels batting seventh. Tegan Jenkins will bat eighth. And Luke Cooley back in the ninth spot for the Thunder. So we're set to get action underway. Jet Walker gets the start on the mound. Strike one delivered. The winner of this game will move on to the winner's bracket and be in action at 4:30 tomorrow and take on the winner of our game between Riverton and Syracuse, set for 7 o'clock tonight. This ball launched into left field for strike number 2 in foul territory. These two teams finished the bottom of Region 4 play overall in the season. In Region 4, American Fork finished 7-8 in the region, and Westlake just 1-15. And as the Thunder do, they've come to life come postseason time. Outside delivery there for ball 1 by Walker. American Fork in region plays makes that 7-8 record. The Thunder 1-15 on the season. American Fork 15-10, while the Thunder 12-18 overall. Back-to-back high deliveries. So the count evens up at 2-2. Our first game was really low scoring. It was a 1-0 Falcons victory over Pleasant Grove, and the first run wasn't even scored until the bottom of the 8th. In our previous game, Mountain Ridge took care of business in 7 innings, winning that one 10-3 against the Bingham Miners. Draculich. And what started out with 2 quick strikes is quickly turned into 3 straight balls, full count for the first batter. Draculich looking to be the first player from either side to reach base. Walker looking to get the Cavemen defense back on track with a strike delivery here. Pops straight up in the air, unplayable in foul territory, so we'll do the full count pitch once again. Appreciate all of you for joining us here at UCCU Ballpark on KSL Sports Rewind. You are home for the 6A and 5A State Baseball Championship tournaments. Draculich goes down swinging, out number 1. It's the 3rd game of the day and the 3rd straight game we've had the leadoff batter be retired via the strikeout. That'll bring up Jensen Smith in a moment. We have an opportunity. I'll tell you how Westlake reached this point. Westlake took care of business against Westlake. Entered the tournament as the 15th seed, took on the 18th seeded Roy Royals. Westlake won the first game 13-3 and the second 6-4. Then they took on 2-seeded Cypress. Cypress was outstanding all season long, but they were unable to handle the storm the Thunder brought. Westlake would go on to beat Cypress 4-3 in back-to-back games to bounce the 2 seed from our tournament. This is a Pirates team that had only lost 6 games all season. They had 21 wins. They were 17-1 in Region 2 play, but they ran into Westlake, and Westlake got the best of them. 1-1 the count. And shift to 1-2 after the dead center strike delivery by Walker, who's locked in here early. Smith wisely lets the high ball pass for number 2. resets. Smith. It's a hard line drive that deflects off the glove of our third baseman for the Cavemen in Gavin Schoonover. A runner on base now for the Thunder as Smith settled in on first. That was definitely a tough one to field. Schoonover just deflected off his glove, and Jones had to come over in order to recover it. So Smith on first, Jensen Smith on first with Drew Smith now due up. Smith fouls the first one. As for how American Fork made it here, they earned a first-round bye. They were the 7th seed in the 6A state championship bracket. They awaited the winner of the Corner Canyon West game, which ended up being Corner Canyon. They dismantled Corner Canyon in the second game 10-0, but the first one was a battle that American Fork was able to squeeze out 2-1 and put themselves in bracket play. Second straight strike delivery by Drew Smith. Or excuse me, by Jet Walker with Drew Smith. Awaiting the delivery. Trying to protect home plate here, no doubt. Walker nearly lost control of that one. It's a good job by Rojas sliding out to collect it. Teams eager to move on and avoid elimination play. Slow roller. Opportunity for a double play for the Cavemen, and they're able to make it. It was Cooper Jones who came over from short, fielded it cleanly, and was able to retire both Smiths in Jensen Smith and Drew Smith in one foul swoop. What a play made by the Cavemen as they're on the offensive when we return on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back into the 2023 6A Baseball State Championship Tournament on KSL Sports Rewind. While we have an opportunity, we want to give you the fielding lineup, the defensive lineup for the Westlake Thunder. Favilla at the catcher spot, Riker Daniels at first, Tegan Jenkins at second, Drew Smith at shortstop, in left field. Sage Strayer in left field, Boston Druplich in center field, and Coley in right field. And then on the mound is going to be Mason Hartle. The Thunder will look to get it done today. And as for the bats of the Cavemen, CJ Mascara will bat first, followed by Joshua Rojas. Ryder Robinson will bat third, with Dax Watts batting cleanup. Austin Adamson batting fifth. Jet Walker batting sixth. Cooper Jones in the seventh hole. Gavin Schoonover batting in the eighth. And Davin Pace rounding out the order for American Fork.
Playing center field, number 4, CJ Mascara.
Billy Schlee, the leader of the Thunder. 3 years of experience, 26 wins, 59 career losses overall. As for American Fork, they're led by head coach Jared Ingersoll. Base hit fielded cleanly as Mascara was retired at first. So the grounder played cleanly by the shortstop Drew Smith.
The catcher, number 5, Josh Rojas.
I'll bring up Joshua Rojas now. As I was talking about, Coach Ingersoll, 21 years, 365 wins, and 173 career losses. This is an American Fork team, too, that made the state championship last year, but they ended up They won the first game against Riverton, but then lost the following two on Saturday to lose the state championship. No doubt eager to get back. This one rocketed into right field, but making a low catch. That's the right fielder, Luke Coley.
The designated hitter, number 7, Ryder Robinson.
So Ryder Robinson now due up after his teammates will retire just as quickly as they stepped up to home plate. Robinson fouls one off. Bring the count to 2-1.
Please return off the ball to the nearest dugout.
Hartle looking to make quick work of the bats for American Fork. This one launched into left field, but easily collected by the left fielder. And Sage Strayer. So Strayer takes care of business, as does the rest of the Thunder defense. They're back on the offensive. When we return, you're watching KSL Sports Report.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Top of the second, set to get underway. Scoreless after one here. This is the 4th meeting of the season between these two Region 4 foes. American Fork took the first, 6-2. Westlake going to lose the second, 16-12. American Fork also took the third, 12-6. Sage Strayer now due up for the Thunder. They're going to turn things around for them offensively. Strayer lets a high ball one through. It's fouled off to even the count at 1-1. Strayer, Cruz Savage, and Mason Hartle all due up for the Thunder. Walker yet to allow a hit today. One error charged against the Cavemen, although it was a very difficult ball to field. But that's how they've scored it at the moment. Count at 2-1 now. Strike two, passes through, and a swing and a miss from Strayer. Walker looking for his first strikeout, or excuse me, second strikeout of the day. First in the second, and he's got it with the delivery. Number 2 with 2 Ks already to start off the second. The designated hitter, Cruz Savage now. Savage. It's a high ball, 1 through. Walker, the 3-1 record on the season. He's also brought in 17 runs for his team in total. One of 6 American Fork players with over 15 runs brought in on the season. 2-1 the count. The 2-2 count. Now at full count. 1 out in the inning. Savage swings and fouls it off. A reminder, the winner of this game will go on to play the winner of our Riverton-Syracuse game, which is scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight. We were forced to start this game between American Fork and Westlake so late due to some earlier delays. Full count pitch. And just slightly high on the delivery, so sends a base runner to first for the Thunder. Savage with the first walk of the day. Then I'll bring up the pitcher, Mason Hartle. But our first game of the day between Sky Ridge and Pleasant Grove, that low-scoring affair, as we said, lasted a long time. Forced our second game to be a delay, and it looked like we would have a mercy for a while, but credit the Miners for continuing to fight. They would go on through 6 pitchers in total in that contest as they fell to the red-hot Sentinels, who will have a chance to upset Skyridge tomorrow night with the way they're playing right now. Hartle swings, gets nothing on the first delivery. American Fork had a double play to get themselves out of the top of the first. Would look to do so again to get themselves out of the top of the second. Low delivery, fumbled for a moment, but then recovered. One the count. Walker winds and gets his fellow pitcher to bite on it. Two to the count now. Jet Walker ahead. Looking for his 3rd K of the day through just 6 batters faced so far. Instead, that one escaped him for a moment. Tag out attempt, unsuccessful down the first. As Savage dives back safely. Reich and Daniels on deck. Taking a break before he faces off the pitch. The 2-2 delivery from Walker is fouled off. Looked to be unplayable and will be unplayable as it lands into foul territory on the right side. High delivery on the throw, but pickoff opportunity is going to be unsuccessful. So we'll have full count in a moment, but first, we got Savage stealing second. Savage's speed, too much that time, and Rojas slightly off target on the throw, ended up throwing it to the right side Paco that time, which ended up making it a difficult tag out. The full count delivery coming up. Pitcher on pitcher battle. Hartle versus Walker. Hartle pops it up. Looks like it's playable. It's called for. And eventually collected in foul territory, but ends up being a little bit of a sacrifice pop out. As even though there are 2 outs now, it allows Savage to make it over to third, as Hartle was retired. It's a great play that time by Isaac Murdoch, flying in from right field to contain it. So Savage firmly in scoring position on third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Thunder got to be careful. Reich and Daniels. Daniels takes a swing, gets nothing on the first plate appearance. Outside delivery brings the count to 1-1. Daniels destroys it high into center field, waiting for, being called for, and collected by Mascaro. So the Thunder are forced to leave 1 stranded on base as we shift into the bottom of the second. We remain knotted at 0 on KSL Sports Rewind.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Welcome back into UCCU Ballpark, bottom of the second. Due up momentarily, Dax Watts, Dawson Adamson, and Jet Walker. All looking to break this tie, knotted up at 0. Saw the Thunder nearly score a run there, but on the fly out, were unable to do so. Watts, also one of the Cavemen's top running backs for the American Fork football team, now in the batter's box. Our final game tonight will be underway at 7 o'clock between Riverton, as this one's chopped, fielded cleanly down to third. The throw over to first is successful. 1 out now in the inning. Coley able to retire Watts at first.
Fielder, number 13, Dawson Adamson.
Dawson Adamson now due up with 1 out in the inning. But as we were saying, our final game of the day gets underway at 7 o'clock between Riverton and Syracuse. And they're already off to a really fast start here, so may even be able to make that time pending. Strike number 1. Taking a swing and getting nothing on that one was Adamson. While we have an opportunity, we want to talk to you about how American Fork reached this position. They took care of business in their first few games of the season, as it will be strike 2, assess against Adamson. They defeated Jordan Fremont, Crimson Cliffs, Beat some teams in in Nevada. Knocked off Riverton as well. Got revenge on last year's state championship game. But then fell to Deseret Oasis in Nevada. Also lost to a team in California. And then when region play got underway is when things slipped away from the Cavemen a little bit. Outside delivery for ball one that time. As we mentioned, American Fork 15-10 on the season, but 7-8 in Region 4 play. Region 4 play, no matter the sport, always a grind. It took their toll on the Cavemen this year, but a battle-tested team ready for some tournament action. Adamson now 2-2 in the count. Hartle delivers. And going down swinging is Dawson Adamson. Hartle's first K of the day. Jet Walker now due up. Second face-off between these two pitchers. We saw the previous one. Walker. Let's strike one through. Hartle fouled out into the right field. Walker looking to reach base to get the better of the opposing pitcher. 2 outs now. American Fork's offense has been up and down really quickly. Part of the reason that is because you see Mason Hartle waste no time winding and delivering those pitches in. 1-2 the delivery now. This game moves on at a blistering pace. Low delivery that time. Brings the count to 2-2. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Walker pops one up into foul territory and is retired. So both pitchers fouling out, and thus the second inning is over. So we'll turn it over to the top of the third. We remain scoreless on KSL Sports Rewind.
Okay. Okay. You ain't gonna level then shoot. I fit inside, but fucking shit, do da be allowed. We know that.
Welcome back inside the UCCU ballpark. Top of the third, getting underway momentarily. It will be Tegan Jenkins and Luke Coley rounding out the Thunder batting order before we return it back over for Boston Drakluwich, and the rest of the Thunder lineup awaits the Cavemen defense. Scoreless through the first inning, no hits allowed, just 1 error so far. Although we nearly had Westlake score in their previous at-bat. Jenkins looking to make a play on Walker, who's been strong on the mound early. Strike one delivered. This is a Thunder team, as we mentioned, 12-18 on the season. A Had some low-scoring bouts early on in the season, falling to Crimson Cliffs 4-0. Westlake beat Harriman 2-1. Beat Tooley 3-2. And lost at Timpanogos 6-1. They were able to beat Grantsville 21-5. Also beat Skyview. Also nabbed some wins against Carbon, Uinta. But then when region play started, that's where things got rough. 190 on the season. They scored 188 runs overall. Allowed 253. Pickoff attempt down to first, unsuccessful. No outs in the inning, a runner on first. As for American Fork, they scored 113 runs in region play, but allowed 86. That's why their 7-8 region record was really deceptive, as they lost a lot of those close contests. Back-to-back pickoff attempts are unsuccessful. On season, American Fork scored 182 points to their opponents, 127. Walker turns his attention back to home plate. Goalie shows bunt, pulls back. First strike delivered. Throw over to first for the third pickoff attempt of the at-bat. Once again unsuccessful. Walker very much so mindful of Jenkins on the base paths. 1-1 the count. Cavemen's defense ready to shift. No action in the bullpen for either team, of course, as the pitching has been sharp early. Coley, the third baseman, 1-1 in the count. Shows bunt, knocks it down the first base line. It's fielded cleanly, bobbled for a moment actually, but then able to make the play down to first. We get the first out of the inning that time was Ryder Robinson. So Coley retired at first, but he's able to advance Jenkins to second as the bunt was intended to do. That'll bring up Boston, Drakulich. Second plate appearance for him, struck out in the first go-around. He represents the top of the order for the Thunder. Outside delivery, squeezes past. And the ensuing chaos allows Jenkins to make it all the way over to third. Coach Billy Schlees down there right now saying that's why you bunt in that situation, because now you have a runner in scoring position with just one out. 1-0 the count. Cavemen going to have a meeting on the mound. Talk things over. While we have an opportunity to tell you about the numbers for Chakluowicz on the season. The leadoff hitter for the Thunder. The prime opportunity to make a play for his team here. On the season, Chakluowicz, 30 at-bats. Not credited with an RBI, a double, a triple, or a home run. Or excuse me, he is credited with actually 6. I was reading the wrong name. So credited with 6 runs brought in, 2 doubles, and a triple. Great opportunity here to bring in his 7th. 1-0 the count. 1 out in the inning. And Coley at third. It's an American Fork team that knows this ballpark well. Last year they played at BYU. But this year looking to win the championship here, as they did play the championship game in this venue. 1-0 the count. This ball's rocketed in the right field. Back on it. Able to make the grab successfully, but it is going to allow the first run of the day to score for the Thunder. And sliding in safely across home is Jenkins. So the Thunder strike first. 2 outs now off the Jerkluwich sacrifice fly. His 7th run he's brought in on the season.
Number 25, Jensen Smith.
So Jensen Smith now due up. 2 outs in the inning. No runners on base anymore after the sacrifice fly. Jenkins stayed patient that time, waited to tag up and got the wheels. It was a heck of a throw out there from Murdoch, who nearly got it all the way back over home. Inside delivery that time for ball 1, courtesy of Walker. Jensen Smith on the season, 13 runs brought in, 5 doubles. Fouls this one off. Don't believe it's going to be playable, but still giving effort. It is! Coming up with the grab. And helping to get his team out of the top of the 3rd that time was the 3rd baseman, Gavin Schoonover. Chased it all the way over to the bullpen to retire Jensen Smith. So Smith fouls out, and that sends us to the bottom of the 3rd.
He scored 1 run on 1 hit.
Okay. Okay. You ain't on my level, then shoot. I step inside. Kapag nandito na biyalawa. Humino dala.
For American Ford, the shortstop, number 8, Cooper.
Bottom of the 3rd, set to get underway momentarily. It'll be Cooper Jones, Gavin Schoonover, and Davin Pace. All due up for the Cavemen, the back of the batting order. Facing off against Mason Hartle, who's been sharp here early. Hartle hasn't allowed a hit yet. This one ripped into right field. And lands perfectly in shallow right field. A base hit in the first at-bat for the Cavemen, as Jones now resides on first. Sounded great off the bat. Didn't go as far as we thought it would, but either way, settles in safely at first. It's a great effort that time from the Thunder infield as he trying to slide and make the grab that time. It was Jenkins at second. Pickoff attempt down to first, unsuccessful. Jones dives back safely. Schoonover now due up. American Fork with a little bit of offensive momentum now, coming off their first hit of the game. Delivery for ball 1. Good crowd on hand for both the Thunder and Cavemen faithful. Traveled out well to Orem, Utah to watch their squads. Talked about the winner advancing. The loser will also go into our losers bracket and be in action in our first game tomorrow at 11 a.m. (2-0) the count. Schoonover waiting the 2-0 pitch. Jones dives back safely once again to first. Both pitchers have been locked on. Those pickoff attempts on base. High delivery for ball number 3. Ball was so sharp early on, in danger of loading the bases up. Or excuse me, not loading the bases, but putting 2 runners on base. Arnold looking to refine the zone here. And he's able to do so with strike 1. Schoonover decided to take it. Schoonover. Rounds 1. It's fielded cleanly by Westlake. Opportunity for the double play, and they're able to make it. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, just like that. Originally, they looked like they were in trouble of putting 2 base runners on. But the quick play made by the Thunder is Drew Smith all over it. We saw the Cavemen get a double play of their own early. Davin Pace now due up. Pace chops it straight up in the air. Hartle grabs it. Looks like it did bounce in foul territory though first, so we'll wind up and do it all again. So our second double play of the day comes, and it's the second double play of this game. Both made by shortstops. Or excuse me, they will actually say, and missed in the confusion, it looked like they had pointed over that they were actually going to redo something, but they did not, so Pace successfully safe on the high chop. As he now resides on first. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, 1 runner on first. And Pace and Mascaro now due up for the Thunder. Mascaro fouls it off to move the count to 1-1. A tying run on first for American Fork. Mascaro on the season's brought in 18 runs, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. Pickoff attempt down to first, once again unsuccessful. Mascaro, last time we saw him, grounded out to short. Strike delivery there from Hartle, gets him ahead in the count. 1-2 now on the delivery. 2 outs, Pace on first. High throw for the ball, but the tag out attempt is successful. So out number 3 comes from Pavilla behind home plate, rifling it over to second to retire Pace. We're 3 innings deep. It's a 1-0 Thunder advantage on KSL Sports Rewind.
Okay. Okay. Yun ang malawa din siya active sa kapatid siya ito na biyalawa. Ang binodala.
Fourth inning is set to begin here at UCCU Ballpark. It's been a good one so far. The Thunder lead at 1-0. After Draculich's sacrifice fly brought in. Tegan Jenkins, Drew Smith now due up. Smith has to duck to avoid the high delivery there. Smith on the season, 21 runs brought in. 12 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. Smith fouls it off. It's Smith's first plate appearance. He ended the first inning after he grounded into a double play that was fielded cleanly by Cooper Jones. We saw a double play in our previous inning as well, so lots of sensational fielding going on here at UCCU Ballpark. 1-1 the count. That'll go to 2-1 after that delivery. Another fouled back over our heads. So the count now at 2-2. Both these teams looking to avoid that 11 o'clock elimination game tomorrow. And another one fouled off by Smith. So the count remains at 2-2. Walker awaiting the opportunity to get another strikeout. It will be his third of the day. And won't come on the high delivery there. Instead, it'll be full count. Job by Rojas, skying up to grab that one. May not be any runners on base, but had there been, that could have been disastrous. Sage Strayer on deck. The full count delivery from Walker. And it's a line drive that just misses the outstretched hands of the diving Pico at second. So a runner on base now for the Thunder, looking to extend their 1-0 lead. Sage Strayer now due up. Last time we saw Strayer, he struck out. Strayer on the season, 24 runs brought in. The most of anyone on the Thunder. Would really have to get a hold of one to do it here. But he also has 7 doubles on the season and 4 home runs. So he's shown the ability to be a power hitter. Waiting the delivery after the unsuccessful pickoff attempt. There'll be another unsuccessful pickoff attempt. They get 3 unsuccessful pickoff attempts before delivery over to Strayer. He's remaining patient at home plate. No outs in the inning. In the heart of the batting order. All due up here for the Thunder. Slightly high delivery for ball number 1. See a meeting on the mound take place now. So we do have some bodies warming up for American Fork. Cavemen may be considering making a change, but it's not going to come just yet. So 1-0 the count here, 1 runner on. With Smith at first. Saw Walker continue with those pickoff attempts. Coach Ingersoll and his squad trying to get rolling here. Once again, 21 seasons, 365 wins for Coach Ingersoll. An entire year's worth of wins, truly an impressive number. So we're set to resume action in a moment. The Thunder may have only won 1 game in region play, but are currently in the midst of a 4-game winning streak. Looking to make it 5 here. First strike of the at-bat. Delivered that time by Walker. 1-1 the count. Walker nearly lost control on the delivery that time. The pickoff attempt unsuccessful down to first. Two 2-1 the count. Strayer smashes on one in a line drive that'll reach left field. And it was mishandled, so it's going to end up as a double for Strayer as he slides in the second. Sage Strayer with a huge game-changing hit. Still no outs in the inning. Strayer at second. Smith on first. After Dawson Adamson struggled to field that one for a moment. Cavemen look to be considering a change on the mound. Still no outs in the inning. Speedy Strayer able to make it to second. Capitalize on a little bit of that chaos. But still no outs, as we mentioned. Looks like at the moment the Cavemen not opting to make a change and stick with Walker here. Drew Savage now due up. Pickoff attempt over to second, unsuccessful. They nearly had it as they shifted over Paco from second. Savage hits a slow roller, but it was bonked into foul territory first, so it'll be strike number one. Savage looking to make a big play for his team. Walker looking to remain on the mound for American Fork. High delivery for ball number one. Walker looking to get the out here. Not trying to bring in a run or load up the bases. Back-to-back high deliveries from Walker. You're going to see Rojas make his way up to the mound. As him and Walker talk things over. Cavemen appear to be just about ready to make a change, depending on how this goes for Walker. 2-1 the count, no outs. Two runners in scoring position. Smith at second. Smith at third. Strayer at second. Savage avoids that one on the inside delivery. Oh, it was a strike. But based on his reaction to dodge the ball, it may have been called a ball, but in the end, it's 2-2 the count. Top of the fourth, still no outs. Drew Savage goes down swinging. Big delivery that time from Walker as he's able to retire Savage for the first out of the inning. And I'll bring up Mason Hartle. Hartle fouled out the last time we saw him, the opposing pitcher. He's also been strong early on for Westlake. Walker nearly lost control of that one. 1-0 the count. High delivery again for ball number two. Hartle as a hitter on the season. 15 runs brought in, 9 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. 3 straight balls delivered I imagine if Walker can't right the ship here, this will be the last batter he's facing. And 4 straight balls delivered to Mason Hartle. And because of that, the bases are now loaded up. American Fork looked like early on they were considering making a change, and it looks like they will be on the mound. It's Coach Ingersoll and his squad are going to turn to another pitcher, with Jet Walker struggling in this inning. 3 runners on base, 1 out. How will the Cavemen get out of it? Stay with us to find out on KSL Sports Radio.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Cortland Taylor, the new man on the mound for American Fork. In the top of the 4th, currently 3 runners on base for Westlake. They hold a 1-0 lead. They've trusted Taylor to try to get them out of it. Taylor, the junior. Mason Hartle was just able to walk. Taylor comes in to take on Riken Daniels, Tegan Jenkins, and Luke Coley. Hartle at first, Strayer at second, Smith at third. Curveball too far to the outside there. Ball number 1. Daniels exhales. Feeling the weight of the moment. Back-to-back low deliveries by Taylor, who's in danger of walking a run. A few more pitchers getting ready to warm up now for American Fork. Daniels fouls it off for strike 1. Daniels on the season, 15 runs brought in, 6 doubles, a home run in 30 games total. 2-1 the count he currently faces. Make it 2-2 on the strike delivery, as they will say he went. Huge momentum shifting opportunity for American Fork here if Taylor was able to get it. The K against Daniels. Taylor. Low delivery brings us to full count with the bases loaded and just 1 out in the top of the 4th. Daniels goes down swinging. Taylor, the junior, steps in and steps up. 2 outs now. They're 1 away from leaving 3 Thunder batters stranded on base. Westlake not trying to let this opportunity squeeze through their fingers. Tegan Jenkins now drew up. He reached base the last time we saw him on a successful bunt. Jenkins allows the first strike too. Cortland Taylor looking confident now. Jenkins on the season has brought in 6 runs, has 5 doubles too. Allows a high ball 1 to pass. It's Coley on deck, and then we turn it back over to the top of the order for the Thunder. They lead it 1-0 with 2 outs. 1-1 the count. The outside delivery for ball number 2. Cortland Taylor just made a huge play for American Fork. Looking to make another one and get the strikeout here against Tegan Jenkins. The chopper ends up in foul territory, evening the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 4th with 3 runners on base. Smith, Strayer, and now Hartle all eager to come home, residing on 3rd, 2nd, and 1st respectively. Taylor. High delivery brings it to full count once again. American Fork looking to make sure this is a 1-run game still. Westlake looking to blow it open. And it's a low delivery. Oh, he got him on the strikeout. Jenkins disagreed with the call. He started to sprint over to first. Wow, what a turn of events. And just like that, the top of the 4th is done. Bottom of the 4th on deck. Our score remains 1-0. Cortland Taylor, how do you do? Stepping up and taking care of business with back-to-back strikeouts. We'll be back to see if American Fork can turn that defensive momentum into some offense on KSL Sports Rewind.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
American Fork able to steal away the momentum from Westlake. What a performance we just saw from the junior pitcher, Cortland Taylor. Got back-to-back strikeouts to leave 3 Thunder base runners stranded on and make sure this game remains 1-0. Mason Hartle still residing on the pitcher's mound for the Thunder. As we're set for the bottom of the 4th here. Mascaro was in the middle of batting in the previous inning when what happened was Davin Pace was caught on second trying to steal. The bunt attempt, pulls back. No one warming up for the Thunder. Going to keep their hot streak alive. Still a few pitchers in the bullpen at the moment for American Fork. I expect Taylor to come back out. This one lifted into right field. Giving chase, calling for it, and unable to make a diving grab as it bounced up and it got stuck up top. So looks like it'll be a ground rule double. But wow, what a big time shot from CJ Mascaro. So Mascaro with the booming shot into right field. So Mascaro, the tying run on second. Joshua Rojas now due up. No outs, of course, and just 1 runner on second. Rojas on the season, 25 runs brought in, most by anyone for the Cavemen. 3 doubles and 3 home runs. Dead center delivery for strike number 1. That one hadn't bounced in the fence. It could have been an inside the park home runner, considering Jakluich had slipped out in center field. And this ground ball hit well into right field. And forced to hold up. That time at first is Rojas, but his hit rejuvenates American Fork. As with still no outs, they have a runner in scoring position, even more firmly so now on third. And Rojas himself residing on first. On the low sailing line drive. And we'll bring up Ryder. Ryder Robinson. Robinson, 15 runs brought in, 11 doubles, 2 triples, and 7 home runs. The DH for American Fork. If he was able to boom his 8th home run here, it would give the Cavemen a 2-run lead with 3-1. Rocket ball launched into right field. Hartle's been sharp early on for the Thunder. Struggling a little bit in the bottom of the 4th, looking to right the ship here. Mascaro at third, Rojas at first. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful, aimed at Rojas. And Ryder Robinson, the DH. After flying out to right field the last time we saw him. Looks to make a play here. Ground ball fielded cleanly at first. Opportunity for a double play. Instead, sliding safely at home, though, is going to be C.J. Mascaro. So American Fork ties it up at 1. 1 out now. That one was clearly fielded by Daniels at first. He faked the throw over to second, but then it took him a moment to recognize and realize.
21st base, number 25, Dax Watt.
Looks like there was a small miscommunication in the booth for a moment, but either way. So the RBI goes in with the Robinson sacrifice single. Sends Rojas to second and drives in the tying run. Still just 1 out. Dax Watt's due up now. He's retired at first. After a chopper was fielded cleanly at third. Tag up opportunity in center field is successful, and thinking about going for it for a moment that time was Rojas, but he was quickly called back after Watts was retired in right field. So 2 outs now in our tie game. Dawson Adamson will be due up now. Struck out the last time we saw him. Adamson on the season, 6 runs brought in. 2 doubles. Excuse me.
Pinch hitting for American Fork.
We're going to have a pinch hitter, actually. Pinch hitter for American Fork is going to be Coleman Perry. Two outs now, tying run on second. And Perry due up. Ball 1 comes through. Perry, 2 runs brought in, 2 doubles on the season. This one lifted into left field. The Thunder giving chase, going back on it, and it just ends up colliding with the fence. So it scores a run for American Fork and gives them the advantage. The pinch hitter comes up clutch for the Cavemen as they take a 2-1 lead. Perry with the big-time double to bring in a run. Sounded great coming off the bat and ended up being a great hit, too. Thunder going to take a second to talk things over on the mound. No one warming up for Westlake, so can't imagine a change is coming here. As we're going to have a pinch runner come on. Taysom Howard goes over to second, but runs out and then runs back after realizing there's that meeting going on. So 2 outs now, runner on second. Mason Hartle's been sharp for most of the game. Struggled a little bit in the bottom of the fourth. Surrendered 2 runs now. American Fork up to 5 hits in this contest against American Fork. I always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Well, now it's hard to beat a team 4 times, as we're seeing. Westlake looking sharp early, but American Fork also responding well with these 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth. We'll have 3 innings left to play at the conclusion of the bottom of the fourth. Our final game of the day, set for 7 o'clock. Probably going to be slightly delayed. That one between 6th-seeded Riverton and 14th-seeded Syracuse. As mentioned, Riverton, the reigning 6A baseball state champions. Quick discussion is going to ensue between our umpires as they're going to come together. 2 outs in this one. We nearly had another ground rule double, too, as that one looked like it was nearly stuck in the fence. Lengthy discussion going on here. So it'll be Jet Walker due up in a moment, followed by Cooper Jones and Gavin Schoonover, if we have time to reach them, respectively. 5 doubles. Walker wants to make a big play bad. That ball nearly squeezes away as it deflects off the glove of Tegan Jenkins and then off the base pad, but wisely deciding to stay on first that time was Howard. Oh, 0-1 the count. Howard launches it into foul territory in left field. A little late on it, but a little earlier. It might have been a home run. Count goes to 0-2 off the foul. And Howard goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Hartle, and it comes at a big time as it gets them out of the fourth. May have struggled a little bit, giving up 2 runs overall, but they still trail by just a run themselves as we shift into the 5th here at Utah Valley University's UCCU's ballpark.
After 4 complete innings of play, it's now American.
Welcome back inside to the 2023 6A State Baseball Championship Tournament. Already had 2 great games today, with Sky Ridge and Mountain Ridge both emerging victorious. American Fork trying to do the same. They currently lead it 2-1, but the Thunder looking to get back into it. Coley due up for the second time. His first plate appearance, Coley, and a bunt down the first base line, was retired, but did advance his teammates. Coley, 12 runs brought in, 2 doubles. Wisely doesn't swing on another outside delivery. get 3 straight balls now delivered by Cortland Taylor. Those 2 big pitches, striking out Ryken Daniels and Tegan Jenkins, allowed the Cavemen to just take their first lead of the day, 2-1. And that was 4 straight ball deliveries. So Taylor struggling a little bit against Coley there. It's the tying run now at first. American Fork does have someone warming up in the bullpen. So we'll see if Coach Ingersoll and his staff decide to make a change. Boston. Jakluich now due up. First time we saw him, he struck out in his second plate appearance. He flew out into right field, but in doing so, brought in the first and only run of the day for the Thunder. Runner on first is Coley. Fans beginning to pour in from both sides of our following game between Riverton and Syracuse. The bunt attempt just ends up in foul territory, so we'll do it all again. Jakluich and this Thunder team riding that 4-game winning streak after that improbable run. A Roy victory wasn't really an upset, as Roy was the 16th seed, Westlake the 15th, but the one against the Syracuse was the biggest upset we've seen in our tournament by far. 0-1 the count. Taylor goes for the pickoff attempt unsuccessfully. Ball's chopped and ends up in foul territory. There's an acrobatic play made by Schoonover to try to make it the throw over to first in time, but unable to do so. Or actually might have had a chance to do so, just obviously he's hitting foul territory, so we're going to do it again. 0-2 the count here. Coach Ingersoll and Schlee both have been sharp early, have their squads ready to play. It's been a fun 2-1 battle because of it. We're scoreless through the first inning. That RBI brought in by the Thunder in the top of the third. And the 2 runs scored by Westlake. Jakluich goes down swinging. First out of the inning for American Fork.
Jensen Smith.
Jensen Smith now due up. Flew out into left foul territory last time we saw him, and before that was able to reach third on a hard hit grounder. Smith cracks one, but it's fielded cleanly. Walker sides on the fielder's choice to take care of the further advancing runner. So 2 outs now and just 1 runner on first still, as Smith made it there. And then I'll bring up Drew Smith in a moment. Smith launched a line drive into right field the last time we saw him. And before that, grounded out into a double play. Looking to help the Thunder tie this one back up. Jensen Smith, the lone base runner on for Westlake. Taylor has been able to regain control of the momentum now for American Fork. 0-1 the count. Smith fouls it back into the net. Cortland Taylor delivers the pitch. High delivery to Walker. Walker, could he make it in time? They'll say he did. Wow! The sliding off the base apparently there was Jensen Smith. So the second pickoff we've had today. What a play by the Cavemen defensively. They're looking to extend their lead when we return on KSL Sports Rewind. Cooper Jones, Gavin Schoonover, and Davin Pace all due up for the American Fork Cavemen, looking to extend their 2-1 advantage they currently hold. Cavemen hoping they just have to bat two more times, and they're able to hold on to what is currently a 2-1 advantage they hold over the Westlake Thunder. One launched into left field. It's going to take a bounce in fair territory, deflect off the wall. And Jones has himself a double as he sits on second. Big time hit as he swung and drilled the first pitch. So that'll bring up Schoonover now. We're going to feed off on that same momentum.
Number 20, Gavin Schoonover.
The bunt attempt, a slow roller, fielded cleanly. They're able to get it over to first in time to make the out, but it works as it was intended and is able to advance. Jones over to third. So one out now.
Right fielder, number 1, Davin Pace.
Going to bring up Davin Pace, and then we'll turn it back over to the top of the order. American Fork looking to take a 2-run advantage and got a great opportunity to do so here on the shallow fly ball. Somehow it was scooped. Wow! What a miraculous play made by Boston Drakulich out in center field to get under that one. He retires Pace right away. So 2 outs now. In the inning, it looked like there was going to be an opportunity for Jones to potentially tag up, but not after that great diving play. Thunder talking things over in the infield. You see some pitchers warming up now for the Thunder. Doesn't look like we're going to see any changes at the moment. Instead, just making some defensive changes alignment-wise. So 2 outs now. Still Jones located at third. CJ Mascaro now due up. Last time we saw Mascaro, he absolutely ripped one into center field. Ended up being a ground rule double. For Jones. That was his first double on the season. Couldn't have come at a much better time than that. See, the discussion was about whether or not the out should stand on the diving grab, but it was successfully made. So Mascaro now due up with 2 outs.
CJ Mascaro.
Mascaro in his 3rd plate appearance of the day now. The ground rule double last time we saw that, and before that grounded out to short. Mascaro rockets one into right field, and that's going to bring in a run for American Fork. Mascaro safe at first as it's a 3-1 Caveman advantage. That line drive was absolutely launched. Still 2 outs now with Joshua Rojas now due up. Rojas, last time we saw him, rocked one into right field himself, and before that, flew out to right field. The count. Rojas has to dodge another. Harvard started to lose control a little bit. Has surrendered 3 runs in the last couple innings. Infield discussion going on for Westlake. We've seen teams score runs in bunches here. No advantage is safe when it comes to postseason play. And the Cavemen know that. This ball launched in the left field. It'll take a bounce before it reaches the left fielder and Strayer. So 2 runners on base now, as American Fork continues to have the hot bat. We're going to see a pinch runner come on for American Fork, and that is going to be Daxton Greening for the Cavemen. For the first. Ryder Robinson now due up at first. So 2 runners on, 2 outs. Hartle still getting to stay on the mound despite giving up some hits now. American Fork up to 8 hits after being held in check early. Pickoff attempt, not even worth the throw. Mascaro at second. There's Greening at first. And we'll have the balk attempt. A costly one for the Thunder. And load the bases with 3 outs. So Robinson. And looks like that could be it for Hartle. He's had a strong day overall so far, but has been hit a few times here late. And looks like they are going to turn over to a new pitcher, so we'll step away and return for the conclusion of the bottom of the 5th with the bases loaded on KSL Sports Rewind.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Landon Fulmer, now residing on the mound for the Thunder. Fulmer, a left-hander, 6'2", 180, a junior, trying to get the Cavemen to retire their offense. It's something that's been difficult in the bottom of the fifth. They've already scored a run here. They've got the bases loaded now. Dax Watts now due up. He's yet to reach base today, flew out to right field, and was retired at first after grounding out to third. 2 outs, 3 runners on. Dead center delivery on the first pitch by Fulmer. Thunder still in this one. They're trying not to make it harder on themselves. Watts batting currently with Adamson or potentially Coleman Perry, who launched the RBI in the previous inning, on deck. 0-1 the count. Watts, next strike 2, pass through. Light wind working right now in the field. Fulmer also putting that work in for Westlake on the mound. Looking to seal the deal in the fifth. He's not able to do it on the high delivery that time. Watts, you can tell he's ready to try and protect home plate. Watts wants to make a big play for his team. He takes a big hack and goes down swinging. Top of the sixth coming up as a frustrated Watts will leave 3 of his teammates on base. Thunder looking to get back into it. They trail 3-1 on KSL Sports Rewind.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
To get the top of the sixth underway, American Fork has now turned to Boston Star on the mound after Cortland Taylor came up clutch for them earlier. Star, the junior, set to face off against Drew Smith, Sage Strayer, and Crew Savage. Strike 1 finds a way. Smith, the line drive in his previous plate appearance to land on first and grounded into a double play. And speaking of line drives, he rifles one into right field. And now resides on first once again. So back-to-back line drives for Smith. Sage Strayer also had a line drive the last time we saw him, although he launched his into left field to put the Thunder in scoring position. But then it was those back-to-back strikeouts by Taylor that ended up leaving 3 Thunder players stranded on base. No one warming up in either bullpen right now. Westlake down to their final 6 outs if they want to have a shot at the winner's bracket. American Fork hoping they only have to bat one more time. Ground ball will break free into left field. And they'll put 2 base runners on with no outs. Strayer and Smith have had hot bats today, and that continues here. Drew Savage, the designated hitter, now due up. He struck out the last time we saw him, and before that, walked in his first plate appearance. A tying run now on base for the Thunder. Rojas and Starr talking things over on the mound.
Hitter number 23,
Bruce Savage, Mason Hartle, and Reichen Daniels all due up with no outs. And the Thunder looking to add some more runs. We had a quick time for a moment as looks like Strayer's trying to get something off his hand, or was at least adjusting something. But either way, set to resume play now. Savage, the designated hitter, set to face off against Boston Starr, the junior, on the mound. Starr checks behind. Rifles in the pitch. Low delivery for ball one. The American Fork team, as we discussed, the state champion runner-ups a year ago after winning the first game but losing in the next two to Riverton. 1-0 the count. We're going to see a quick meeting on the mound take place for American Fork as they look to figure out what they want to do here. Two runners on base. A reminder, our final game of the day, which is originally set to get underway in 10 minutes, which is not going to happen, was going to be between Riverton and Syracuse. And just like that, Starr's day is over. So there'll be a new pitcher going in for American Fork. We'll tell you who it is when we come back on KSL Sports Rewind.
Okay. Okay. Yung kamalawa din siya akit sa kapatid siya na bialawa kung minodala.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that
CJ Mascaro no longer in center field, as Coach Ingersoll and his staff have called him to the mound. So American Fork looking for answers here after giving up back-to-back hits, and there's 2 runners currently on base for Westlake. Mascaro on the season, 0-1 the record. Just needs to get 6 outs to close this one out. Reminder, the loser in this game will be up in action at 11 a.m. tomorrow. One-0 the count, facing Cruz Savage, Mason Hartle, and Reichen Daniels all due up. American Fork already on their 4th pitcher of the game.
Number 4, CJ Mascaro. Now batting for the Thunder, number 23, Cruz Savage.
Savage due up to face Mascaro. (1-0) the count, 2 runners on. Savage, the designated hitter. First delivery high by Mascaro. Still no outs in the inning. Tying run on first. Smith at second, Strayer on first. Pulling back on the bunt attempt was Savage. It's now 2 straight balls delivered, but there was 1 delivered by Starr before he was taken out. So the count now 3-0 in the top of the 6th. First strike of the ball game delivered by Mascaro. Low delivery into the dirt will load the bases up with no outs. We saw a situation earlier where there was a runner on third, though, and both Skyridge and Pleasant Grove weren't able to bring him in with no outs. We could have the same situation playing out here. But at the moment, Savage able to walk, so Savage to first, Strayer to second, Smith to third. The bases are loaded for the Thunder, and a great opportunity to not just tie this one up, but take the lead. Still just no outs. Our other pitchers actively warming up for American Fork. And speaking of pitchers, Mason Hartle due up again. Walked the last time we saw him, and before that, fouled out in the right field. Hartle delivers another low ball. It's trapped in the dirt by Rojas. CJ Mascalo for American Fork. Looking to find the strike zone here. 1-0 in the count. It's going mostly balls by Mascaro so far. That ground ball was devastating, but ends up in foul territory. 1-1 the count. Hartle steps out and resets. Low delivery once again trapped by Rojas. 2-1 the count. Scalo taking his time. Waits for a call he likes. Sets. Fires in the pitch. It's low to the inside, so in danger of walking a run now for American Fork. Mascalo walks in a run, so the bases remain loaded, but the score changes. 3-2, Westlake now trailing by just a run. Looks like American Fork was thinking about making a change there, but decided against it. Reich and Daniels now due up. That walk brought in Drew Smith. Sage Strayer goes to third. Cruz Savage to second. Hartle now at first with Reich and Daniels, who struck out the last time we saw him by Cortland Taylor in clutch fashion. And before that, We saw him fly out to center field. Daniels resets. Great opportunity here to drive some runs in. The tying run on third. Still no outs in the inning. Top of the sixth proving costly for the Cavemen. Outside delivery. 1-0 the count. American Fork trying to figure out how they want to play this. Rojas resets behind home plate. Pulling back on the bunt that time was Daniels, but it was a strike. So now the count at 1-1. Ground ball breaks free. Opportunity for a double play if they can make it. They're unable to, and amidst all that chaos, Westlake ties it up. So they were able to get it out, but unable to complete the double play. So Daniels makes it safely to first while also bringing in a run. Hurdle was retired at second by the sliding Jones. Now over the third is Strayer. As mentioned, 1 out in the inning. 2 runners on base. In this tie game, 3-3. Tegan Jenkins awaiting the delivery. Jenkins shows bunt, pulls back. Strike one delivered. Won the count. Jenkins tries for the bunt. Flying in that time. Ready on contact was Crew Savage over at third. So Savage at third, Daniels at first. 0-2 the count. After the unsuccessful bunt attempt, ends up in foul territory. Scallo resets. This one lifted. Looks like it'll end up in foul territory, and no one for American Fork able to get to it in time. Count still at 0-2. 1 out in the game, 2 runners on base. Mascaro trying to get American Fork back on the offensive, but in order to do that, has to get 2 more outs. Pickoff attempt to first. They do go for it, and they're able to get it at second, and amidst all that chaos, there was no opportunity for Savage to try to steal home. So what was originally the plan by Westlake didn't end up working out as they hoped, as Jenkins was retired or excuse me, Daniels was retired at second, caught trying to steal. Successful put out. Pickoff attempt successful at second. 0-2 the count. Now 2 outs. All of a sudden, Mascaro 1 pitch away from getting American Fork back on the offensive and leaving a runner on third, stranded for the Thunder. Not trying to let that happen is Jenkins, who fouls it off to stay alive in the count. Kluich on deck if they can get to him. But Mascalo able to make sure that won't happen. He's fired up. May have surrendered a few runs, but at the end of the day, this game is still tied heading into the bottom of the 6th. Stay with us on KSL Sports Rewind. You're in for a good finish between the Thunder and Cavemen.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit.
Landon Fulmer, the junior, set to face off against the strength of the American Fork batting order. It's going to be a pinch hitter due up first, though. It's the pinch hitter for American Fork. He's going to be a pinch hitter who's currently not listed on the roster I've printed out. High delivery that time. Crew Ingersoll is the pinch hitter. Currently batting right now. So it'll be Ingersoll, Jet Walker, and Cooper Jones all due up. Ingersoll pops one straight up in the air. Called for by Jenkins and collected by Jenkins. So the pinch hitter is retired, and Ingersoll, as soon as he steps up,
Number 2, Jet Walker.
Jet Walker, the pitcher now due up, who started the game for the Cavemen, shows bunt, pulls back. Walker, last time we saw him, struck out. Before that, flew out to right field. 1 out now in the inning. Count at 1-0. Walker waiting for the opportunity to break the tie here for American Fork. It won't come on ball number 2. A reminder, our next game between Riverton and Syracuse is going to be due up following the conclusion of this contest. Now 3 straight balls delivered. Strike number 1 through. Fulmer was sharp in that previous inning as he was able to retire Watts. That was the second batter he faces in the bottom of the sixth. He walks Walker. Want to see Westlake make a trip up to the mound now. They decide to talk things over. Figure out how they want to play the situation. The leading run now on first in this 3-3 tie game. First run of the game was scored back in the top of the third. And we had Coleman Perry, the pinch hitter, driving a run after launching one in the left field. Then we saw a lot of American Fork as Hartle walked in an RBI. Daniels walked in an RBI. Those are the runs that recently just scored for Westlake. As for American Fork, they drove in runs off some big-time hits.
The shortstop, number 8, Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones now due up. No one warming up for either side, but there are bodies in the bullpen for American Fork. None whatsoever currently for Westlake. Pickoff attempt down to first, unsuccessful. Bottom of the sixth. One out. Jones, last time we saw him, launched one in the left field and also dropped one in the shallow right field in his previous plate appearance before that. And we play for either team who has 2 hits so far today in his first 2 at-bats. Looking to go 3 for 3 against Fulmer. Low delivery to the outside for ball 1. Another unsuccessful pickoff attempt down to first. Walker with a modest leadoff on the base paths, trying to tempt Fulmer. He turns his focus back to home plate. Winds and delivers a ball dead center for the first strike. Charged against Jones. Jones, the shortstop for American Forks, made a few plays in the field today. Looking to make a huge one for his team at the bats. 1-1 the count with 1 out, and another unsuccessful pickoff attempt down to first. Our tie game. Jones gets the ball sail past in the dirt. Two-1 the count. Jones will reset. Walker started the day on the mound. Now, an opportunity to be the winning run on fourth. Pending a defensive stand by American Fork. Strike 2 delivered. Jones now 2-2 in the count. 1 out, 1 runner on base. Jones away in the delivery. Fulmer taking his time. And a late time by Jones. He wants to step out and reset. And another unsuccessful pickoff attempt, although that one closer than the previous few. Fulmer Quickly had turned his attention down to first. Outside delivery that time will bring us to full count. Jones looking to make a big play for his squad and drive in what could potentially be the game-winning run. Fulmer looking to keep Westlake's magical postseason run alive with their 5th straight win, or else that run would be in danger as they would shift into the loser bracket. Outside delivery, and that'll make a walk. So 2 runners on base now. Jones rewarded for his watchful eye, as he resides now on first, with Walker now situated at second. Cavemen, Schoonover now due up. First at bat, he grounded into a double play in the second. He was retired. A little bit of a sacrifice bunt that did allow his teammates to move into a stronger scoring position. American Fork has scored all of their runs in the previous 2 innings, with 2 in the bottom of the 4th and 1 in the bottom of the 5th. They're looking to keep that scoring run going. Another unsuccessful pickoff attempt down to first. Still just 1 out. Schoonover been quiet today, but that could all change with a big base hit here. Schoonover thought about swinging on it, but pulled back at the last second and allowed the ball to pass through. Strike 1 delivered by Fulmer. 1-1 the count. Every American Fork batter being very patient here, waiting for the right opportunity to strike, understanding what's at stake. Schoonover grounds 1. It's fielded cleanly. Opportunity for a double play. And it's an off-target throw, so they're unable to make it, but they did get the out at second. So now 2 outs in the inning. But in that ensuing chaos, it allowed Walker to make it over to third, and Schoonover was safe at first on the ground ball. And retired at second was Jones on the fielder's choice. Coach Slee arguing about something. So we're going to see the umpires potentially talking things over about what they saw. They're discussing what it is at the moment. When we know, you'll know. Davin Pace, the last batter in the order, due up for American Fork. Cavemen currently tied with the Thunder, 3 apiece. But Jet Walker situated on third, a chance to break that knot heading into the 7th. Lengthy discussion ensuing. It could, I'm not entirely sure what it could be on that last play, where they may be trying to argue that Walker held up for an extra second and that he, or maybe they were arguing about the tag-off attempt that he was able to reach behind. And either way, it does not matter, as the call will stand. So as we stated, Schoonover safe at first, Walker at third. Wind picking up now in the outfield. As our umpires reset, Davin Pace makes his way up. He was retired the last time we saw him, but was nearly safe on base. He hit that shallow ball just in the right field, but it was a diving play made by Jakluich to retire him. before that, he made it safely to first on the high chopper. Doing so here would allow a run to score. The outside delivery by Fulmer. Another near pickoff attempt. Schoonover has to dive safely back to first. Both Cavemen ready to fly on the crack of the bat. Pace. Lets the count go to 1-1. Two outs, two runners on. Walker showing off his wheels of field times here. Mascaro on deck, but Pace with an opportunity, takes a hack, misses there, and looks like shaken up, at least for the moment, is Favilla. As that ball collided with him. 2-1 the difference. As they tend to him. He's hunched over in pain. As they tend to him, we will step away on KSL Sports Rewind.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit.
Easton Favilla going to remain in the game for the Thunder after taking that ball. Must have penetrated the padding. 1-2 the count. Westlake trying to keep this one tied up. Pace looking to break the knot. It's a ground ball. That is fielded uncleanly. It was stopped, but wasn't able to get on top of it in time. And because of that, American Fork takes a 4-3 lead. The slow rover from Pace brings in a huge run for the Cavemen. It looked like Smith had it, who was on short. He dove over to cover it up. Tegan Jenkins came over to cover second, and Smith was just unable to pitch it over in time as he had trapped it but couldn't handle it enough to make the play over. So 2 base runners on now for American Fork after they scored that huge 4th run in the top of the 6th. Oh, delivery there. Mascaro up to bat for the 4th time now. So another run scored in the bottom of the 6th. That's at least 1 run in the previous 3 innings scored by the Cavemen. They had 1 here, 1 in the bottom of the 5th, and 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Mascaro, last time we saw him, launched a line drive into right field. Currently 1-1 in the count here. Before that, he also boomed one into center field on the ground rule double. He grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. Mascaro drills a grounder up into right field. It's a foot race to make it home and sliding in safely. And that pitch got away from Favilla. And in the process, 2 more runs scored for American Fork. And it became a triple, basically, because of all the chaos. It ended up over on third. It's going to be Mascaro as 2 runs score for American Fork. Wow! Chaos and confusion taken over in what has now become a 6-3 ball game. Westlake's defense has been so potent for so much of the tournament, but the struggles here could cost them. Still 2 outs. Rojas now up. Ball 1 delivered. And Mascaro now on third. It was really just going to be a single, an RBI single too, but because of that long throw, they tried to get home, and it was rushed over by the first baseman, and Daniels trying to get it quickly to Favilla. It was off target, allowed another run to score, and because the ball's flying all over the place, led to Nascaro just using smart base running, decided he was going to make it over to third. 1-1 the count here. Rojas thought about swinging on it, but pulled back. 2-1 the count. Rojas launched one in the left field, and before that into right field in his previous 2 plate appearances. Also flew out to right field earlier. Two-1 the count. Now goes to 3-1. Rojas looking to either walk, as he's able to do so there. Fulmer struggling at the moment. You see a pinch runner come flying in. This is going to be Luke Smith, or excuse me, for American Fork. It's actually going to be Daxton Greening. On the balk that time. Robinson able to take first. So they're going to bring up Dax Watts. So 3 runners on base now. Total chaos and confusion reigning here. As mentioned, believe it was a balk from my vantage point. Watts takes a hack. He struck out last time to leave 3 American Fork runners on base. Trying to really blow this one open here and increase the advantage to 6. Originally knotted at 3. Now 3 runs have scored here, and that ground ball is going to skirt right down the third base line and bring in not 1, not 2, but 3 American Fork Cavemen, as crossing home plate is Mascaro, Rojas, and Robinson. Wow! Watts with a mega hit as he walloped it in the left field on the grounder. This game has completely flipped. It was a double for Watts, and now 6 runs scored in the bottom of the 6th, and because of that, it's a 9-3 advantage. Still 2 outs. We believe it was that balk proved really to be costly. Ingersoll due up again. Flew out into right field the last time we saw him.
How's your boyfriend? Good.
2-0 the count as Fulmer's trying to regain control here. 11 hits now for American Fork. And the Cavemen just 3 outs away from closing out the Thunder. As we see, Westlake does send some bodies over into their dugout, or excuse me, their bullpen. We'll see if they need to call on him, or Fulmer can get the final out to get his team out of it. 9 runs scored for American Fork, 6 of which have come in the 6th. 3 of them just were brought in by Watts, 2 of them by Mascaro, and another one by Pace. And all of these runs coming with 2 outs as well. That's the improbable thing. It looked like we were headed for a tie game going into the 7th at 3, but this one's completely flipped. Fulmer looking to retire Ingersoll. He's able to get him bite on that pitch there, so 2-1 the count now. A reminder, our game between Riverton and Syracuse is supposed to get underway at 7. It will begin 30 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. And we will keep you posted on when that will be. Ingersoll. Low delivery into the dirt for ball 3 by Fulmer. Still just 1 runner on, and Dax Watts. You could tell Watts elated after his mega hit that drove in 3 runs. It's one of those games the score is going to be really deceptive because of the bottom of the 6th. This one's so tight and close for so much of the contest. Second strike delivery that time by Fulmer. Watts uses an opportunity to head over to third and made it there cleanly. A full count delivery. The Thunder got to get out of it. American Fork looking to put another runner on base. And it's an outside delivery. That one squeezed away. Near pickle opportunity. And they are going to have the pickle opportunity here. Is currently stuck and trying to figure things out is Watts. Watts making his way. Still safe. And eventually tagged. So Watts stayed swerved too far off the base pads, as that was officially the out. So Watts retired. So because of that, Westlake finally able to get out of the bottom of the sixth, but not before American Fork added 6 runs. Can the Thunder complete the improbable comeback? Stay with us on KSL Sports Rewind to find out.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Top of the 7th, set to begin as the American Fork Cavemen have completely flipped this game. They scored 6 runs on 3 hits in the previous inning. They're now up to 11 for the game. What a dynamic and dominant performance we just witnessed from their offense. Part of that was CJ Mascaro, who is now on the mound attempting to close it out. American Fork just 3 outs away from advancing to take on the winner of our nightcap between Riverton and Syracuse. Coley, Jukluich, and Smith all due up. Coley, that's the strike through. 1-1 the count. Rain is beginning to come down a little bit here. That's why we've seen so many fans decide to head for some shelter at UCCU Ballpark. Wind has really picked up as well in the outfield. Cavemen looking to battle the elements and fend off the Thunder. 3-1 the count now. There are other bodies warming up for American Fork if they do decide to make a change. Mascaro looking to bring it to full count with this delivery on Coley. Strike 2 goes through. So full count, the first batter for the Thunder. They're down to their final 3 outs, and they need at least 6 runs to try and extend it. Coley cracks one in the left field, but it's directly to Dawson Adamson. One down, 2 to go for American Fork, and Westlake down to their final 2 outs to try and extend this one. Boston Jukluich due up again. 2 strikeouts on the day, and he flew out into right field, but it was a sacrifice fly to score that run, the first run of the day for the Thunder. Ball number 1 comes via the breaking ball. (1-0) the count. Mascaro makes it 1-1 with another K delivery. Excuse me, another strike delivery. Drukluich slams one in the left field, called for and secured once again by Adamson. Westlake down to their final out, but we did see the Cavemen score all 6 of their runs with 2 outs on the board, so never say never until it's over. Jensen Smith now due up. Flew out to second the last time we saw him. Excuse me, made it to second on a fielder's choice. And flew out in the left field the last time we saw him. He tries for the bunt. It's successfully fielded by Mascaro. Gets it over to first, and American Fork is moving on. 9-3, they knock off the Thunder. Off a dominant performance in the bottom of the 6th. As Smith was retired via the bunt to end it. Westlake fought hard all game long. Look at the pitching of Mason Hartle. Had some huge hits on the day for the Thunder, but it ended up not being enough as CJ Mascaro, Rojas, Robinson, Watts all walloped balls to break the 3-3 tie we had in the bottom of the 6th and eventually give the Cavemen the 9-3 victory after they shut out Westlake in the top of the 7th. American Fork 0 runs scored in the first 3 innings. All 9 of them scored in the latter 3 of this game. And American Fork is moving on. So, the 7th seed in our tournament will play the winner of our game coming up between Riverton and Syracuse, the 6-14 seed matchup. As for Westlake, they will be taking on the loser in our first game tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So the Thunder in action at 11. And American Fork will be in action at 4:30. That's going to do it for us here, but a reminder, 30 minutes away from Riverton and Syracuse on KSL Sports Rewind. But your final here, American Fork 9, Westlake 3.